Hello everyone, are you ready for this month's paper pumpkin, or actually last month's paper pumpkin? I always do my paper pumpkin on the first, excuse me, the first week of the next month. Why is my phone flashing? Oh, probably because I have it on there maybe. I think I had where it was holding it on the volume button. I cannot get it to hold it so that it stays level. All right, I think that will be good enough. So if you're new to this, Paper Pumpkin is a kit that you can get once a month from Stampin' Up, and it comes in a cute box, and it has everything you need to make cards, usually cards. Every once in a while they'll have gift packaging or something. Hey, Nancy. So this is the August one, and it's time for cake. So it's all about birthdays, and these are adorable. And this time we got a bonus stamp set. I have my stuff all over here, all off of, but these are the 2 stamp sets we got this time. So this was kind of our bonus one that has all the numbers on it. So that's a good one to keep around for birthdays or anniversaries or anything. I did not use it. We don't use it in these cards, and I didn't use it on my bonus card. So I provide the materials to make a bonus card for everybody that gets Paper Pumpkin from me or is on my team and gets Paper Pumpkin. So I'll show you that at the end. But let's work on the beautiful cards that Stampin' Up! Had. So they come with full color instructions. And you get a Stampin' Spot. Did I put mine back in here? I don't. Oh, here it is. So you get, hey, Debbie, Stampin' Spot. If I remember right, they don't repeat the colors in a year. So for the full year, you won't get a duplicate. I use my big ones and save these to put in gifts or something. Okay, let's get started. So card number 1 is this fun one. Let me find it over here. So I think, so you tie this up, and I'm not going to undo it right now because you're going to see it as we make it. But I think this is going to be perfect for my sister because she is turning 60 next month. So I think this will be perfect for her. All right, let's get all our little pieces out. All right, so our stamping, and I've already put these on a block. And I didn't notice at first, but you do stamp the candles with that little candle. So I'm going to do those first. And what I found, is that I can just ink up this little one, and then I don't have to take it off. Hey, buddy. And put it back on. Because once I got these set the way I wanted, I didn't want to have to take the little one off. So they're far enough apart, it's easy to ink that little one. And because they're photopolymer, you can see through them. And stamp your little candle. So I make sure I'm where you can see it. Now I'm not right over mine, so I'm not coming out too bad. It's easier if you're right over the top of it. But because of my camera, I can't quite be. All right, not bad, not bad. So there's all our candles. And then we're going to stamp the 2 candles together on the inside of this. So let's fold this. All right, so this is, I just started with this. I knew that was going to go that way over it. Grab a bone folder. And then it's just an accordion fold after that. That one's already folded, so this one's going to go this way. the last one goes back like this. Okay. So that way this is going to be on your card, and then this opens up like this. So let's stamp our candles, both of our candles. Now you want to be sure you leave some room at the bottom for your sentiment. So just somewhere in there. And this one is Lost Count, which I think is perfect for my sister turning 60. Lost Count. And then we need to stamp our tag. So let's set that aside. I don't want to lose my little candles. And this is Make a Wish. And it goes this way. Just about dropped it on there. That would have been funny. Okay. Now let's close this up so we don't make a mess. We need our adhesive, and those come in the kit also. So they tell you in the directions what adhesives to put on there. So for our candles, we're going to put dimensionals on the top and bottom. So let's do that. Grab them. And these are the mini dimensionals. So one on the top and one on the bottom. Oops. And they just fit on the bottom. One more. Whoops, come back here. All right, let's go ahead and put those on so we don't lose them. So you just have to look on here. There's one there and there and there. So we've got one going across here. And right here. And one more. The main thing is you want to be sure you're not putting them on one of the folds. And then this one is going across this floral. So like that. All right, there's our candles. Oh yeah, we forgot to stamp our little light things on there. I forgot that. See, they have you stamping the little shiny light things around these candles that we stamped. So let's do that real quick before I forget again. I want to make sure that we know those are lit too. All right, I think now we're done stamping for this one. Okay. Now this, let's make sure we stamped our sentiment, we stamped our candles, we stamped those, we put them on, we folded it up, we've stamped our tag. So now this one has a little bit on the next page. So they tell you how much of the twine, and I love this copper twine, to cut. And then we're going to put a bunch of dimensionals on the back of this. So on this very back square. And I'm going to start with the ones in the corners. And then I'll fold it back up and we'll put our twine in there. So this gets a little tricky. So you want your twine to wrap around. Make sure you've got it so you can tie a bow. You want to tie a bow so they can open it up without destroying it. So when you have it about where you want it, turn it back over. And now you're going to put dimensionals on either side of the twine. So I'm kind of holding my twine in place, trying to. Like I said, this gets a little bit tricky. And you do want to try and make sure your dimensionals are going straight across. Let go. All right, one more. Now, I think, I can't remember if I tied it first. I think I put it, well, maybe I tied it first. Otherwise, it's just going to go all over the place. So now tie it in a bow. Sorry, Betty, this one has to be a bow. So that they can untie it and get to the inside. Oh, I forgot to put my tag on there. All right, let's put this on first, then we'll untie it and put our tag. See, it's already moved. Whoops. Took off my back. All right. So now take off. Benny. Yeah, you have to tie 3 bows on these cards. Take all your backs off. And then we'll fix our bow and add our tag because I forgot that. All right, so then kind of hold your twine. And then this goes in the middle of, I put it in the middle up, you know, top to bottom. Okay, now let's try our bow again because we need our tag to be on here. There we go. Now let's try our bow again. Ooh, try not to mess up your candle there while you're doing this. All right, tonight I'm being bow challenged, Betty. I see people do this on YouTube and they just make it look so easy. There. Now, once you get it tied, you can adjust it a little bit if you need to. But I'm not going to trim it because I want to be sure that there's plenty. Penny's always challenged. I want to be sure there's plenty there to retie it when they open it. Well, what happened to mine? I need to pull it tighter again. There we go. There we go. Okay. That's the most challenging one, I would say. But it's really pretty. And again, I'm giving this to my sister. Okay. Card number 2. Is this card. It was much easier. I thought it was much easier. So let's make it. Get all our little pieces. And I didn't even notice at first, but it has a candle in it also. And these are stickers, which is nice. You've got these cute little forks. All right, so we are going to stamp on our candle and on our little pink strip. So let me pull out my candles again. And I could take it off this time since I'm done with that other card, but I'll just leave it on. It doesn't hurt anything. Get that out of the way because there might still be some residual ink left over on the other candle. Okay. And then this sentiment is time for cake. It's always time for cake if you ask me. We had cake today at work. It was two ladies. One lady had a birthday on Saturday and one on Sunday. So we had 2 cakes today at work. And I had a piece of each. They were delicious. All right. I think that's all the stamping on this one. So now it's going to show us, we have these 3, and I had a whole sheet left over of these. We're going to put glue dots on these 3. So that's what these dark little dots are. They represent the glue dots. And so Stampin' Up! Provided those. I like to use my Take Your Pick tool. This little spatula end is perfect for these glue dots. So they've got 3 on there, 1 on each end and 1 in the middle. I actually used these on the bonus card. All right, and then what else? So we have dimensionals again on the candle, just like before, and then dimensionals on the sentiment and the fork. So let's move those guys aside. So our sentiment, our candle, and our fork. Come here, fork. All right. So 3 dimensionals on the sentiment. Lots of dimensionals on these cards. 2 on the candle, just like before. And 2 on the fork. 1 up here, and then 1 down here at the fattest part of the handle, whatever you call it. All right. We have all of our pieces now with their adhesive on them. So let's start putting this together. There's our candle. He's going to go, whoops, just sticking up out of our cake. So about like that. And then our strips, and I like the way they had them arranged. So what I did is I kind of laid them out. So you're going to, it's going to go to the edge, whoops, on the left. All right, so I need to move that one a little bit. That looks pretty good. So now, hopefully I can take them off one at a time. I've got it kind of laid out the way I want it. Remove my backings. Put that one there. Just trying to line it up with that line so that it looks straight. Uh-oh, don't stick to that. Uh-oh. I don't think there's any difference. It almost looks rounded, doesn't it? Okay. It almost looked like this corner was a little bit more rounded than that one. I could be seeing things. All right, so you want that one parallel to that other one. One more. I think I'm imagining things. And last one. Yeah, I'm imagining things. I don't think it matters which way they go. Okay, there's that. Now we need our hooray. And this has got really skinny parts to it, so you want to be a little bit careful with it when you take it off. And luckily, I'll say this and it won't work on this one, I didn't have any trouble with the insides of the letters. They stayed behind. I didn't have to try and get them out. All right, here's my hooray. So I want it to go about there. And then our sentiment. Oop, right side up. And it's hanging off the left a little bit. And just kind of fits in there. And then last is our fork. Be hard to eat our cake if we didn't have a fork. I wouldn't let it stop me, but it's easier if you have a fork. And this just goes in your plate, like that. And there we go. There is card number 2. I love these touches of copper that are in this set. Okay, card number 2. All right, our last card is this fun card. Look at all those fun balloons. And it's got some more of that copper foil on the balloons, and then some more of that twine. So let's get our pieces. Let's turn our page so we know what we're doing. Get our stamping done first. We're not stamping on these balloons. We are stamping on these. So let's do our happy birthday. So this is already curved so that it will go on this. Let me grab the other ones you could see pretty well because they were colored, but this one's white, so it's a little harder to see. And this will help if you're trying to stamp something like this and get it in the right spot. If it's white, put it on a different colored background, and that will make it easier to see where the edges of your label are. And if you're right over it, it helps too. All right, happy birthday. And then this guy, I'm going to stamp some balloons on him. So the little floral balloons go in these 2 corners. So one, whoop, didn't get inked very well. One up here, one down there. And then the striped balloon is a little bit smaller. He goes up here and down here. There we go. All right, I think that is all of our stamping on that one. So let's put that away. All right. So let's see, actually, let's leave that for a minute. What adhesive we need to put on all of this. I lost my, oh, there it is. I was like, I lost my happy birthday. All right. the balloons all get dimensionals. So 3 dimensionals on the big balloon. And then 2 dimensionals on the smaller balloons. And then on our happy birthday, you've got glue dots in the middle and a dimensional on each end. So dimensional on each end. That's because the middle of it is going to go over the big balloon that has dimensionals. So you don't want to put another dimensional on top of that or it would kind of bow up. Now let's get glue dots. And one more. Okay. And then this piece. So this piece that we stamped our balloons on, it gets dimensionals in the corners and then 2 in the middle. So lots of dimensionals. But I'm still going to have some left over. And in case you don't know, don't throw away these edges. You can just cut them into whatever size piece you want and they work just as well. There we go. All right, so let's put this on our card base. Peel off all our backs. All right, make sure your card's opening the right way. Just put that in the middle. And now, I put my big balloon on first so I could kind of center him where I wanted him, because the other one can tuck underneath and on top. So he goes about there. And then let's see which one this is. This is the pink one. It goes on the right side. And he's going to go kind of on top of that one. And then the other one, the stripy one, just kind of tucks underneath. So about like that. And then your sentiment, and take off the backs to your glue dot, or to your dimensionals too. And it is going to go across, so you can see those glue dots are going to adhere to this balloon, and then the ends of it will be on dimensionals. And then the last thing, oh, we have to tie more bows, buddy. For some reason, this one is always easier for me, just to tie a bow by itself. The challenge is figuring out how far down to start the bow. You can just kind of adjust it. There we go. And then a glue dot. And I found it easier just to take a glue dot and just put it on here, rather than trying to stick the ribbon to the glue dot before I put it on. And this one you can trim, because nobody's going to be, mine wants to stick straight up. Once I put it in an envelope for a little bit, it will probably calm down a little bit. All right, and that is it. That is card number 3 with my rogue bow. Oh, it's still a little long, isn't it? Doesn't match the other one. There. Card number 3. I just love all that copper shimmery. Okay, let me get some of this stuff out of the way, and we'll look at the cards that we made from the kit. And they have fun insides to the envelopes. I think they're all the same on this one. No, they're not. Sorry, that was the same card. They all have different interior flaps. So those are the 3 that we made from the kit. And then my bonus one. So my bonus one, you're going to use some of your leftover little strips. So those will not be in your kit because you will have them left over from your paper pumpkin kit. But this is the bonus card. Isn't that fun? So it's just a flat card and then it has this little card on top of it, and that's where you can write. And I probably will include these because I think they're just perfect with this. And so if you don't have those, I would feel sad if you didn't have them to use. So I will probably include those in your kit too. All right, so let's, now if, just to remind you, I always make, oh, I'm going to need my other strips. I always make a card, and then I never know who's going to get the already made one. So each month somebody gets one that's already made, and then everybody else gets the kit. I forgot I needed to punch out. And see, I still have a set left over. They gave us lots of bonuses of these. A whole sheet. Okay. So the stamping we're going to do is on, so this is Pretty in Pink. And then I used this swirly, it's one of our newer embossing folders that was in the new annual catalog. So I have just a strip of Pretty in Pink. And we're gonna stamp It's Time for Cake using Night of Navy. So this time, no other colors needed other than what came in your kit. So if you don't have any other colors, you don't have to worry about it. Time for Cake. And then I stamped, I think I did the flower one. Yeah. I stamped on the inside piece the little balloon, just in the corner. Just stamped it once and then stamped off and stamped it again. And that's it. All right, so that can go on the inside of this. Grab some adhesive. And then again, I would just lay out my strips. And I did them the same order as the other card. And I did put them a little bit closer together. And then the sentiment a little bit farther. And that left room for my jewels too. I'm actually going to use liquid glue because then I can kind of adjust them if I need to. I don't need a lot. Whoops. One more. going to put this one on quite yet because I want to put this on my card before I do that. So whenever I have an embossed piece, I use my liquid glue. It just gets down in those little crevices better. That goes flat there. Just hold it for a minute. Not a minute, just a few seconds. And then this will go flat on there. And then I put the It's Time for Cake up on dimensionals. I'm gonna grab those real quick. I guess I still have some left, don't I? Can use those for my kit. And I'll do the same 3 of them like we did for the other cards. Again, right side up is better. All right, let me grab. So these are, get them out of the package so there's not so much glare. These are the Blooming Pearls. And I just thought that pink was perfect. So I'll probably just cut, you know, a little section of the plastic and put them in your kit. So when you're getting your stuff out, be careful. Watch for these little pearls so you don't lose them. There we go, because they're just perfect with this card. And there we go. That's all there is to it. Now, I had some of the copper twine left over, so if you want to add a bow to it somewhere, I know Betty can't wait to add another bow. You're welcome to do that. There are, I think I had a couple of candles left over too, I think. Let me see what is left in my box. Yeah, I had a couple candles left over. If you would rather use the pink that came with it or the happy birthday and use your extra, you could do that. That would be cute there too. So use your leftovers if you want to. But I will send you all the cardstock for this and the little jewels. All right, that is it. Let's look one more time at everything that we made tonight. What fun birthday cards. I think anybody would be glad to get any of these cards. All right, that is it. And oh, I was going to tell you 2 things. I have a card class Thursday night. Today is the last day. Thanks, Betty. I'm glad you liked it. To sign up for that, we will be making these cards. So we're using brand new stuff. The new catalog goes live tomorrow, the new holiday catalog. This is actually an online exclusive, but these are from the new catalog. So we'll make those. And then on the 16th, which is a Monday, we're going to do an Autumn Expressions class, which is this beautiful set. Has dies and gorgeous paper and beautiful gold leaves and faux glass dots. So this class is a product-based class, and so you will get these 3 as a part of the class. So that class is $40. Sign up and payment is due today or tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think, is what I put, but these are the cards we're going to make in that class. And I can do PayPal or Venmo if you want to sign up and get me your payment, because I've got to get these ordered tomorrow to try and get them here in time for class. Okay, and then tomorrow night, I will be back live on my page and my group. And we're going to play with another, let me just show you the stamp set anyway. Wintry Treetops. And this is the card we'll make tomorrow night in Facebook Live. And this is from the catalog. I just copied it pretty much straight from the catalog. So tomorrow night at 7:30, we'll make that card. And then I have a couple other cards that I made with that set to show you too. Okay, I think that's everything. And I will see you tomorrow night or Thursday or next week. All right, thanks for joining me. Bye.